In this video, we are going to see how to pass or fail a test manually without using assertions in REST Assured. In our previous video, we have seen how to pass a JSON response and also how to do assertions. And that is one step in the automation. And in this video, what we are going to see is we are going to pass or fail a test case without using the help of assertions. Before we learn how to do it, but let's try to understand why we wanted to do it when we have assertions to do the same. So to explain this, first let us try to understand what an assertion can do and what it is not able to do. Alright, so here is a sample assertion statements which we have used in our previous video to test and validate the response of this particular API. So this is an API which is get users API. It is going to return some response. We have captured it over here, uh, as you know it already. If you haven't known what this API is about, I'll recommend you to watch my previous videos to know what this API is doing, how this is built, and how the response is passed to validate different values in the response. Alright, okay. Assuming that you know all of it, let us try to understand what this assert is. So what this assert is doing is, this assert is going to validate the response code against 200. If it is matching, then it will pass this test. And this step, and it will go to next step, and it continues. But if it has failed at this point to match against this response code, what it will do is it will fail the test case over here. And also you can pass some customized message over here, like I have done it for assert true. You can pass some message to be printed when there is a failure. So like I said, the message is going to be printed only when there is a failure. But if the assert is success, mm, it will not print anything, and it will proceed, and it will mark the test case as success. Perfectly fine. And it really makes sense, because when there is a failure, you might wanted to know what is the failure is all about. But if it is success, it is obvious that it is success because it has validated this expected result and actual result, and it implies itself that mm, the reason for success is this. There is no need of message to be there. But some testers or users wanted to see that why this test case is success, though they know it logically. Due to this statement, it is success. They wanted to see a message even in the case of success as well, like it happens in the case of failure. That is something which is not possible in assertions. Alright. So what we are going to do is, we are going to achieve it by manually marking the test case as pass and fail, and we are going to see a customized message in both the cases of pass and failure. Okay, that is one thing. And another thing is, if we somehow wanted to print a message by using an if condition, and uh, by using assert, if this assert is true, print some message in the logs is something if you are trying to do, that is definitely not possible. Because if you try to do a check of this condition, you can't do it, because it is returning a void. As you see it over here, it is returning void, which means it is returning nothing. When it is not returning anything, you can't use a if condition and try to print a statement. So if you are thinking of that idea, it is definitely not possible. So there is no way that you can print a message when the assertion is success. Alright. So now we are going to do it by manually proceeding it. Before we do it, let us discuss uh, even more details of how an assertion works within. Okay. Now I have written a simple code which will imitate assertion. Okay. So this is the expected result. This is the actual result. I got it from parsing the response. So what uh, this assertion is doing is it is going to compare this expected result and with the actual result. If the result is matching, it is not going to print anything. It's not going to do anything except that it is going to pass the test case. Else, if this has failed, let's talk about this example because it is close. If this has failed, this assert has failed, what it is going to do is it can print this message. And how this is happening is over here. Else, that means if this condition has failed, it will fail the test and it will print some message. So this is how this is what is inside the assert. What is not inside assert is if it is success, like assert.fail, you don't have a method, something similar to pass or something, wherein you can pass it by printing some customized message. That is not there in assert. So this is how assert will do internally. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do slight modifications to the internal uh, structure of assert, and I'm going to use it uh, as for validations like I do it for assets. But in addition to what assert is doing, I'm also getting something else done which is not done in assert. How do I do it is by using this class reporter. Okay, so now reporter class has access to various methods, and by taking the help of all these methods I'm going to achieve what I'm not able to achieve using assertions. Alright, so what I'm going to do is what we have to do, our objective is to print the message in both the cases when it fails and also when it is success, and at the same time mark the test case as pass when it is passed, fail when it is fail. Alright, so these are the two objectives, and let us see how I'm achieving using this reporter class. Okay, so there are some statements which are already written out here. I'm going to take help of them. So our objective one is that we wanted to print a message, and here in this case I'm going to print it in the test envelopes. Right. Okay, so out of two objectives, one objective is already done, that I am able to print the message when there is a failure and when there is a success. But if I run the code now, what is going to happen is it will pass the test case. For example, uh, this is 11. 11 is not going to meeting the actual result. In that case, what it should happen is it should go to else and it should fail the test case by printing this message. Now let me run this one. Okay, see, it didn't fail. It is showing that the test case is passed. All right. Uh, but don't think that the test case is passed, because let us go into the logs and have a look. Here also you see that it is passed, but if you see the logs is saying that the test case is failed because the expected result is 11, which is not matching with the actual result 12. All right, so let us try to understand what happened. So it has executed this statement that the test case is failed, but it didn't mark the test case as failed. That's what it has happened, right? So like I said, there are two objectives for us. One is to print the message. The other one is to do the right action. That is, mark the test case as pass if it is really passed, mark it as failure if it is not failure. But in this case, what happened is it has marked the test case as success, but it has displayed a message for failure, right? So one of the two objectives is not met. And how do we achieve the other objective is by using this statement. So in this case, what is going to happen is it will print the message, and also it is going to uh, fail the test case. All right. So let me run this again. See, now we can see that it has failed, and if you see the test-ng logs, you will see that this message is printed for the reason on why this has failed. All right. So uh, now if we run this, it is going to print the logs, and also it is going to fail when it has failed, it is going to pass when it has passed. So which is what we are looking for, and this is perfectly fine. But like I said, I wanted to do it without using asserts. I haven't used much of assertion statements here, but still I have used one of the assert methods to fail it. If there is another assert method which will pass like it has failed before over here, then I would be more than happy that I have everything what assert is doing. But it is not the case. So, and also I said I am not going to use assert methods this time. So let us see further and how do we fail or pass without using assertions. I'm going to comment it. Instead, now I'm going to use another method of this reporter class, that is reporter dot get. So I wanted to mark this test case as failed, right? So I'm going to get the current result, and I'm going to set the status as. So if this condition is met, what is the status should be? The status should be it is passed. Okay, I'm going to use its object I test result, which is static. So we see the success message over here. I have used this one. So if it is success, then it is going to mark the test case as success. And similarly, if it is failure, it is going to mark it as failure. See, now let us talk about our two objectives. One is print the message and set the correct execution status. Now let us see this is achieved or not. Right? Uh, Let me run for the pass test. Now it has run. Uh, so first of all, let us see whether this is really 12 or not. Okay. So you see the response is printed over here, and if you see against total, it is looking for a value as 12. So if total is 12, then it should be success, and it is success. Like you see, no failures. You can see it over here also. No failures, it is success. All right. So one is achieved, that it is marking it as success. And now let us see the logs, whether it has displayed the success related message or not. So it says test is passed, expected is matching with the actual, right? So it has displayed this message, not this doesn't match message. Okay, all right. Now let us see the other validation as well. Now this should fail the test case, and I should get a message related to failure. This has run and this has failed, as you can see. And now let us see test-ng log. So this has failed, that's why it is in red. Seeing that output, it is showing that it has failed because expected result 11 is not matching with the 12. So that's the objective, right? Finally, so now this is how it is done without using assertions. You can decide your own conditions and validate the result and pass the test accordingly, and also you can keep them in the log so that you can validate it easily, right? Thanks for watching this video, and please do subscribe. If you have any videos like this, please upload them in your Google Drive and share that link to us in that email given over here so that we can upload it for you with your name on it. And that way we can build a common repository where anybody can find solution to the problems which they are facing. Thanks for your support and please subscribe to this channel if you wanted to see more videos like this. Bye.